Welcome back to the table, Ring of Contrarians. Last time, the group said their goodbyes to the town of Houptuer Springs and their newfound friends there, and family there, and headed back into the desert towards Alcier. And hopefully, not only Leofin's dad, but Birdie's. Along the dunes, they encountered the corpse of a large black scorpion and an orc. And going down the dune to investigate, fell into the pit trap of more scorpions! Congratulations! After fighting them off, as well as a group of sand ghosts, they managed to get back to the top of the dune and run. That night, while they were resting, safe in their little tiny hut, something big pulled poor Porkchop under the sand. And that's where we pick up, DM.
So, last thing we did was have Syphos and Leofin seeing Porkchop being dragged under a screeching animal just gone, and the sight of moving tentacles coming out of the sands. What are y'all doing?
Well, Syphos gonna go ahead and use Detect Magic. Make sure this is not like some weird magical thing.
Okay.
Or weird hallucination.
You throw on Detect Magic, and everything looks about the same as it did a few seconds ago, except for now you can see an abjuration type magic bubble just like shining a little bit, and it's making it just a touch harder to see out there into the dark.
Poke my head through just a little bit, just enough for like my eyes to actually get through to see.
Just for
like,
your
like
eyes.
just my face. It's just like, hi.
Okay. So you begin to stick your face out, your snout peeking through, and
Don't you do it?
I'm going to just roll this one and see.
Is this kind of a 3/4 cover?
Just to make it a disadvantage.
As you poke your face out of the bubble, you can hear the slight as the tentacles moving across. You eventually poke your head out and look around. You see nothing magical as a tentacle begins scraping down towards your face, and you yank back in, and it just
Scrapes along
as
the
this
side of the bowl.
yes, as the tentacle is caressing the bubble and finding out what's going on.
Huh. So nothing magical.
Right.
Let
Don't you
me
think
look.
we should wake everyone else up?
You said Porkchop screamed. It got
Yes.
pulled under. Can I roll?
We
Would I
wouldn't
roll to
hear
see
it.
if that would wake Birdie?
We wouldn't hear it.
No, sound doesn't escape the bubble. That doesn't mean it doesn't come in the bubble.
Oh.
Let me check that.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Otherwise, you guys wouldn't
One-
have heard it
a
scream
one-
either.
A one-way sound.
That's what I was assuming. We weren't actually hearing it. We just saw it screaming. Just like,
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
which makes it worse. Just like somehow makes it worse. You just hear the Oroc or you see the Oroc just. Okay.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it doesn't say anything about sound coming inside.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. For the animal screaming. What is y'all's passive perceptions?
Fuck
It's
me.
not great.
No, it's not.
Lucky you.
For everybody who is asleep. Wow. Dio, you can make a regular passive perception. Everybody else make a passive perception with disadvantage
Okay.
in your sleep.
Cool. Yeah, 4.
She's out cold.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's been a really rough day, and I didn't sleep well the night before.
Yeah.
Do I want to get up?
Do you want to?
Perception.
Yeah.
19.
You definitely hear the screeching of Porkchop as it goes under.
What do you do about it?
Hi, what's happening?
There's some crazy thing outside with like tentacles everywhere.
Pork chops being pulled under the sand.
And Dio goes back to sleep.
Oh, alright. Are we just gonna deal with this tomorrow?
What about everybody else? Did everyone else die?
So, as y'all are thinking about this, you can see the tentacles reaching around the sphere, grabbing the dome, and you can see them almost like flex against it. And the dome itself begins. Can the dome be moved?
As far as I can tell, it doesn't say that it can. The immobile dome of force springs into existence.
So, these tentacles squeeze down onto them. You can see the tentacles like actually being squished as its force is bringing down onto the sphere, and it's just constantly like pulsating.
Okay.
Weird flex, but alright.
Right. It's
Af-
alright.
After a few seconds, after a couple of minutes, the tentacles begin to laxen, move back down into the ground, and you see no evidence of them whatsoever.
How's the cart looking?
The cart is not great. Half of it is kind of buried into the sand.
Huh.
Steak is nowhere to be seen.
He took
so,
off.
So they're both gone? Okay.
Did he go under or did he take off?
We just can't see him.
Yeah.
We're just
Okay,
not
damn.
sure. Well, shit. Leofin, what could we have done?
I don't know. I honestly think we might have made the best choice. That thing was nothing to be messed with.
No. Do I recognize what that thing was?
Give me a history check, and just a straight history check.
Straight history?
Yeah.
Not great. 13?
A 13.
13?
You remember hearing stories of odd monsters in the desert. The kind of stories that everyone dies and you don't know how the story got back to you.
A lot of those.
But you can't quite pin this one down. Just that it might be something like maybe it's a sandworm or there's so
Fucking
many
grappling.
things.
God, this... Okay, so... Here's the real question. Do we just let everyone sleep? Wait till morning, unbury the cart, and... fuck on over to... Alcier?
Yeah, I think that's for the best. I don't know if that thing is still out there. It could just be sitting right under us.
Syphos literally just kind of looks down and is just like, oh no. Why did you have to say that?
Well,
Now I'm not going to be able to sleep.
I
Oh,
mean,
wait.
Oh, wait. This is the stuff.
I guess we're
miss.
just gonna continue watch and
just
we'll
Just
let
gonna
everyone
keep
sleep.
watching.
We're going to keep our watch. Everyone sleeps.
Okay.
Hopefully this one loses the exhaustion.
Yeah, Birdie had it pretty rough. She needs rest.
Yeah. Alright, so as the night goes on, occasionally you do see tentacle. Mostly Leofin sees a tentacle come out of the sands, brush up against the dome, and then move up along the sides, scrape along, and then come back down. As it just periodically prods at this new existence, this new structure that is around.
You
know, it's at times like this. I'm really glad this is a dome.
Yeah, no, not
'Cause I'm
kidding.
pretty sure we would have been fucked.
Yeah,
Don't wake up, Kaine.
do not wake up. Under
She
any
will-
we should probably use some kind of magic to keep her asleep though until we deal with this.
I'll talk to Bull in the morning.
Okay.
Hey guys, that's mean.
Shut up,
Alright.
you.
After a little bit, or after quite a few hours of this happening, eventually you see the sun begin to crest over the horizon, the light hitting the sands, creating this golden aura sunrise that is quite beautiful. Really something to see. Also, the tentacles are still occasionally coming out and prodding the dome, and you can see that they are almost kind of an ebony black with red veins running through them, just prodding the...
I'm gonna roll
Outside.
for my cube.
Okay.
For my... Hopefully I can get off the back.
Do we get a long rest?
Yeah, everybody that stayed asleep and didn't get strenuous gets a long rest. So yes, everybody gets a long... Damn it.
What the fuck are we gonna do against that?
Yeah, no, I think we made the right call.
100%. Okay.
And it's still there. This is the problem. I was hoping it would go to sleep during the day. Maybe it was nocturnal or something.
So, I have not a lot of charges on my cube.
Oh.
Did you roll to refresh?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is more like why you are still sleeping. I'm just talking to Leofin about strategy. So,
I have an idea. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that maybe it has blind sight. It just detects things through movement. So, if it's still underneath us and we want to try and make a run for it, I could cast Erupting Earth a distance away. Maybe that will draw it over to it. And
we can do that. I can maybe, I don't know, throw a blast a little ways away as well. Hopefully it splits itself in directions.
I really hope we
Two.
can't split it.
Not split itself, but hopefully it's like,
That would be
let's go
horrifying.
one of these directions and not where these smaller things are going.
Right.
Okay, this sounds like honestly our best bet.
Let's wait until everyone else gets up and we need to let them know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dio always has something where he... that shatter spell might be good for it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say by the time people start getting up, you got about an hour before the dome's gone.
Okay.
So, party begins to waken and rise. That's a nice, cozy, comfortable area. The sand was actually not too bad to sleep on. The sun's coming in through the bubble. There's little shadows waving back and forth from the... Is that a... Are those tentacles? As just crawling up across... What the fuck is going on?
Good morning. So, steak and pork chop are gone.
What?
Hi, did you eat them?
Birdie is literally like pinching the bridge between her nose and bridge between her eyes, just like as she's stuffing her opulent pillow back into her pack. She's like, "I'm sorry, you say that again?"
Right. If you would observe, and I point out the tentacles around us,
Kaine, don't you
fuck.
dare.
a creature.
I literally just reach out and I grab Kaine's tail.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, this creature found us last night, and almost immediately, our two Orocs were pulled under the sand.
It also took most of the cart. Well, the cart's buried. I mean,
I can see that.
Kaine,
Kaine, please.
control yourself.
We need to focus.
We have to go back.
No, we don't.
We have to go back.
No.
It's gonna be. So, as far as leaving this area is concerned, I was gonna propose that maybe cast Erupting Earth and hope that it draws it away.
Right?
That's not a bad idea.
Got about, and Dio kind of thinks back, about an hour before this dome closes.
Right.
I can always cast another one, but, rather not.
And it doesn't seem to want to leave, so...
With the sunlight out and everything, give me another perception check.
All of us? Or just them?
Just Leofin.
Okay.
His passive's high enough for it.
24.
24?
Hot damn.
As you're talking about this, you kind of look up towards the ruins, and you see something that you weren't seeing in the night, as the sun is beating straight against this building. You see a little bit of a reflection. You see two inset eyes that are just complete, like, golden, set into the wall of this ruin, staring down at the bubble.
We didn't see this last night, but that wall over there has eyes. I think maybe that's...
That doesn't
This
trigger
creature?
anything, does it?
Is this ruin just a huge fucking mimic?
Maybe.
You motherfucker!
You're a something,
It's
sir.
one of my new monsters!
Damn it!
You're a something, sir.
Oh, it's okay.
I thought it was
I
gonna
did the nope rope to you. It's fine.
Alright,
It's fine. It's fine.
So,
Oh wait, and they've been staring at us all night.
Probably.
I didn't see it at night. I just now saw it because the sun was hitting the wall.
Birdie takes out her bow
Alright, that's not gonna work in here, love.
and she walks to the edge of the bubble because he can't see us from outside.
Okay.
Be careful.
I'm
it almost slapped you
literally
in the
going
face.
to just point the tip of the arrow out, draw back, and fire. I want to see if I can make one of the eyes blink.
How did the... I'm actually... Real quick, how do the physics of that work? Because the...
As long as Dio doesn't leave the bubble, we can pass through it fine.
By objects, is what I was wondering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can pass through. It's
Give me a second.
anything
There-
from inside can pass through.
There is something about ranged and melee attacks, I think.
Yeah, if that's the issue, shit. I'll just throw a Eldritch Blast at it.
Yeah. That's the... I think this is the reason why they've fucking
Added
added a
that stuff
rule
in,
to
yeah.
it.
Can you just cast Shatter on it? It's like made out of a wall.
Yeah, literally stick your hand out.
Within the dome.
Well, for Dio, he's got to stick his booty
Creatures
cheeks
and
out.
objects
Just like,
within the dome, when you cast a spell, can move freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. So these people are labeled as basically they can go through. I've allowed them to go through.
Yeah.
Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside. It doesn't say anything about weapons. I'm gonna be completely honest. There's nothing that says anything about weapons here.
Well, my idea wouldn't work.
Yeah,
if you stick your hand out.
Yeah,
I mean,
again, if you stick your hand out, it's not technically casting the spell
You
inside
just
the
have to
dome.
dodge those tentacles as they're going over the...
Again, that'd be more of a
Yeah.
DM call of like, would that work? Would that be okay? That'd be up to
Dio,
John's
cast another
discretion.
bubble. We're going to be here for a while. Start making arrows.
With
sand.
firewood.
About how close is it or far?
The bubble is...
10 foot in diameter.
Yeah, y'all's bubble is almost against the wall. It's like almost right against y'all's bubble.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly the walls, the eyes are just like right
You're
there.
just going to shoot
I'm
it.
still waiting on the DM call here.
Almost going to shoot it point blank. Just...
Pretty much. Sure.
I mean, how
make
far
the-
do you think we can get in a minute?
with this?
Like, how far can we run in a minute before it comes back? do you think?
For us, it would be about 60 feet or so.
Okay.
If we all, run quickly.
It's a 20 and a 22. Or wait. 20 and 23.
20 to 23? Okay.
So 20 is the lower of the two. I rolled a 14 and a 17. I have a +8 with my bow.
Okay. Roll for damage.
Nice. Just don't piss it off.
Max damage. 12.
You have a D12?
No, it's
No,
a
D8.
D8 plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You
He's
aim the
aiming for
bow,
eye.
poke the arrow right out of the bubble, and let loose. The arrow strikes into the wall, and you can see it like dig down through the stone, and you can see like a spout of blood, kind of greenish in color, spurt out, and you can see the eyes wince, and then everything begin to shake.
Yep, the wall's alive! The wall's alive! Oh, fuck!
And it begins moving down into the ground.
I fire at it again.
Alright, roll with disadvantage.
That's a 19 and a 23.
That'll hit.
Wait, can you miss a building?
Can you? Yes.
Yes.
Can you hit the broadside of a barn?
No. If you ask my coach, no.
11 damage.
Okay. Alright. With that, another one strikes it right between one of the stones of this ruin. Another spout of blood. And then the ruins disappear under the sand.
That would be a good time to run.
Alright, let's go.
That would be a good time to run.
Alright. Let me stretch.
Grab Kaine's tail.
Alright. What are y'all doing?
We still have to get the cart out, guys.
What's gonna pull it, Syphos?
I don't think we have time for the cart.
I literally just I grabbed the horse patch, being like, I can get this
How
going.
long does it last?
Forever. It's a fucking horse.
Like a foot, like forever? It
It's a
won't
horse.
disappear on us?
Alright, we'll do that. I get to name the horse.
Fuck it. Just get the cart out. I'll let you name it whatever the fuck you want.
Leofin.
I would
Boulder.
want to hold an action.
I'm using boulders and just fucking.
What are you holding?
Banishment. Or
Oh.
when I see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you
I
ever
like
banished
it.
a building?
Well,
It's like those commercials. Would you download a pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would download a
I
pizza.
would download a
What the
pizza.
fuck's wrong with y'all? If I could download pizzas, I mean.
Alright. Kaine, as soon as Leofin gets the earth moved out of the way, we're pulling that cart out. Are you ready?
No.
Come on!
Alright,
You can't live to see more tentacles if you're dead.
alright, quick question. Should I get rid of this tiny hut, or,
Let's wait until we have a getaway.
Alright, fair enough.
In case it decides, oh, I'm coming back for seconds. Or thirds, in this case.
I'll be waiting here.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm using boulders to just
so you're gonna
fling
step,
the sand
you're gonna
out
step
of the
out
way.
and do Mulder.
Yeah, I ran. I thought we all left already.
Yeah.
No, the bubble is up as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for
he's-
y'all to say what
Dino
you're
said
doing
he's
exactly.
staying in the bubble until we have the getaway ready.
Me, Birdie, and Kaine ran out of the bubble to the cart, and I'm using boulders to try and free the cart.
Okay.
And
Hold up.
Yeah, what's up?
Because as soon as you begin to step out of the cart, out of the bubble,
Oh no.
your feet hitting sand, as you begin to try and take another step, as soon as your foot hits the sand, it almost feels like you stepped into glue as you try and pull it back up. It's just clinging to your foot.
so he's stopped in front of me.
Essentially.
Alright, I'm gonna pull him back in.
And you need to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Is that one that
So am I grappled? Essentially.
Yeah.
It is! Yay!
I still have freedom of movement attuned.
I was about to say,
Strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Just a straight.
Strength check. Yeah.
That's 18 plus 7.
For a strength check.
You said saving throw?
I meant checks, sorry.
Okay. 18 plus 3?
Still, yeah.
The 7 threw me off, but yes, no, that's fine.
Yeah, so if I'm making a saving throw, then I have a plus 7 to
Yeah.
the strength. So,
Yeah, so you yank him back in, the sand almost like lifting up, kind of like that kinetic sand almost in reverse
When
as
it's
it's
following a
attaching to,
magnet?
and then it falls back. You were holding
shit.
banishment. Well, you have to be outside this bubble to be able to do it, so
Okay.
I will not hold that one against you. But, yes, you see the sand just form back into the ground.
Okay, so it's controlling the sand too.
All right, I don't think we're gonna get the cart back.
No.
Can anyone make this thing fuck off?
I'm now holding on to Leofin and Kaine.
I would have to see it to attempt to polymorph it.
All right.
Vola, Leo. How about you both follow me? We can try something crazy.
Right, couldn't we just use that cube of yours and just run away? Like
Exactly.
all together in the cube.
It doesn't last very long.
But it might last long enough to
Get out of the space.
get far enough
How
away.
far? The tentacles that were up in the air. Are they still up in the air?
No, they had sunken back
sunk
down
in
into
with
the
the
ground
building?
along with the building,
There's
yes.
no more wigglers?
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well, you might want... Can you make more than one trip?
We can...
I have about maybe
Giant.
almost 30 charges.
Alright.
Would I be able to hold anyone other than Dio as a giant owl
Mm,
and carry them?
depends on their weight, but yeah, more than likely. So long as them and their equipment's not too heavy.
Not Birdie,
I'm
then.
assuming Dio's not that heavy.
No.
It's, what about Clive, though?
Oh, Clyde is in here too. Forgot about him. Alright, alright, so let's figure out a plan.
Alright, how big is your cube?
15.
Okay, so we could all fit in his cube. We don't have to use fly or do animal shapes. We can all
Aye,
just run
but-
with his cube.
I wanted to cast Fly on Clive, because that would be cool.
I mean, you can do that after the...
Oh, fair enough.
We can get about 60 feet away in a minute.
Can you cast fly on an object?
No.
Damn.
Aye, alright, well, we're gonna have to use the cube then. Keep in mind, once we leave this bubble, it's gone.
I mean, that's fine. Essentially, we have a mobile at this point.
Alright.
For
And which
significantly less time.
and what exactly will that cube block out while we're running?
It depends. I'm thinking maybe just a living material at this point.
Oh, that'd be yeah.
This way I can expend less charges on it.
Sounds good to me. And if
And then we can still sling spells if we need to.
things are
It
go
reacts
south,
to like anything on the sand, right?
Yeah.
Or so we've seen.
That's what we've gathered so far, yes.
Okay, why not just cast levitate on me? I levitate out of the bubble. I throw something a distance away to make it come up. Banish it, and then we got a minute to get the fuck out of here. And then after the minute, if needed, we can use Syphos' cube.
Can you use banishment and levitate at the same time?
well,
Levitates
someone
with-
you would
It
someone else
would
would
be
do it.
Dio's. Yeah, it'd be Dio's sit turn on the levitate.
Hi, I would have to keep concentration on her, but I could make her levitate.
Alright, let's try that.
It sounds like our best bet.
If we can
Right,
banish
well,
it and run
if
away.
if you think it's gonna move, I think it's
It may be stationary.
yeah. It reminds me a lot of a mimic. Those things that pretend to be treasure chests,
Right.
or doors.
Oh god, who would
Right?
ever think of who? Why would anyone make a
Nobody
giant
makes
mimic?
these.
Whatever-
They're just
whatever-
they're just evil.
Whatever
Shut up.
hell, whatever
Birdie
hellion
doesn't know that.
creature,
She's
whatever
the
hellscape
magic
this thing
stuff
came
with
from,
used to it.
whatever hellscape this came from needs to go back.
Yes, I agree. But they're not mobile things. We're on top of
It's
this creature right now. If you touch one, you stick to it. So Leofin stepping out onto the sand and sticking to the sand, that sand is part of this mimic. It's not just sand.
Then we also don't know how far it goes.
Yeah, we don't know how big it is.
So,
Can you just cast banishment on the sand then?
I mean, technically it's part of the creature. But you can't cast spells from inside here, right, Dio?
I know.
nothing.
No spells in here.
That's what I'm saying. If we have to, we can use the cube, and we'll still be able to use spells.
Yeah.
I think the cube might work.
That cube sounds like a good idea.
Well,
Alright.
say your plan one more time, just to make sure, because I like the sound of it.
To banish it?
My plan?
Yes.
My plan was to levitate outside of the bubble so I could cast a spell. I'm technically not touching the ground or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% like confident casting banishment on the sand. So I'd rather attempt to throw, and I dig through like my backpack and pull out like a bottle of ink that I have. Like attempt to throw this on the ground till I see movement, cast banishment on whatever is moving, and then again, whatever this is will be gone at least for a minute.
Well, rather than wasting your good ink, Syphos.
We'll just use the cube for right now.
No. Give her some of the firewood.
Yeah, we can do that.
So we give you an armful of firewood.
Mm-hmm. I just grab.
Alright.
It's gotta be heavy enough that it'll make a dent.
Mm-hmm. I have 25 pieces of firewood. I'll just
Give her like five.
I'll handle it.
Five logs of firewood.
Alright. Is you guys in a bubble, Vola thinking about levitating out.
Mm-hmm.
You see nothing but sand and 2 cactuses.
In any
Were these
direction.
cactus there before?
Yes, they were there
Okay,
before.
good. I was gonna be like-
butted up against the walls of the ruin.
Yeah.
Alright, well, do your thing.
Okay, so I attempt to throw these logs that were handed to me.
I'm assuming we're already
Just-
levitating her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's our yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just attempt to throw these logs on the ground to get a reaction, I guess.
Okay.
Somewhat away, like not just straight under the bubble, like I toss them forward.
Okay. So, have you exited the bubble before doing
Yeah.
this? Alright.
She is levitating.
Why are you smiling?
It's nothing. Nothing at all.
I think you might be, I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna roll. Okay, so
Shit.
as you levitating exit the bubble, how do you exit? Dio, do you just like lift her out the top, or does somebody like just push her out? She has no control over this herself.
Going
Yeah.
up the top is, I think, is the
Yeah,
best
that's.
idea.
I was gonna do. You raise me up.
That's what you're singing
So
as you're
I
playing on
can
the sitar.
stand on this tiny hut.
Yeah, I just.
Raise me up.
So as Vola raises up above the bubble and comes out to full view, she begins to like pull back and throw this log off. As it's flying, a strange tentacle whips out and goes straight for Vola. And it doesn't look like the ones y'all had seen before. It is made almost completely out of wiggly cacti as a fucking cactus tentacle whips out and tries to smash her, completely like glances off of her armor. What do you do?
I would still cast banishment.
On the tentacle?
Cactus? Yeah.
Okay.
Has to make a charisma saving throw of 15.
Okay.
Supposedly,
I'm-
how far away are these cactus?
How good looking
The
is this
cactus
really?
are
It's
about...
coming at me.
Yeah, the cactus are about. They're kind of right on the edges of y'all's bubble, because y'all's bubble took up the intersection of these walls.
Makes sense.
Nothing. I have something that might have actually helped me out of this.
Oh, okay.
It's too late now.
Yeah, natural 20.
Oh no!
Let me check.
So natural 20 minus 2.
It's a 19.
No, it's close.
But still. So 19, as the tentacle bounces off, you cast out this spell, and you see it almost like flicker, and then it stays. And then the log hits, and another tentacle whips out, grabs the log, and begins to yank it under. What are you doing?
Drop her! Drop her! Drop her!
Alright, I drop her.
Well, I was about to say, what does Vola want to do before that?
Can I cast banishment on the second tentacle? Pulls the
Yeah,
log
go
under?
right ahead.
Okay, same thing. Charisma saving throw of 15.
These things must have decent charisma. Actually, no, they have
What
nice
level is that? Is it
Minus
level 4?
It's a...
Yeah.
Okay.
She has burn over.
What was the save needed to be?
15.
Damn it, it was
Yes!
11.
Yeah! Yes!
As
Get the fuck out of here.
as this happens, the tentacle yanks this thing under. You see the sand around just begin to flicker. Everything within about 25 feet of you
I knew this was gonna happen.
begins to flicker. Disappears. And
How
you
deep of a pit
see
are we in?
and you see yourself in the bubble with sand underneath you, and as you look down underneath, the pit drops down about 20 feet. The cart has fallen further down. Give me a
Wait, are we
perception check.
Are we just like Minecraft floating in this
Yeah, you're
bubble
Minecraft
under?
floating.
Oh my god.
Is this
no.
for everyone?
18.
With an 18, you can see that the wheel on the cart, the back one, looks like it might be cracked. It might roll, it might
We're
not.
not getting
You're
it out.
not
We're
sure.
not getting it out of a 20-foot pit in 1 minute. That's not gonna happen.
How much fall damage are we taking for 20 feet?
Jonathan Math.
2d6.
For Jonathan Math.
I bumped it from D6 to a D12, and you only take 2.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
those
2d6.
should be.
Yeah.
Guys, we need to get the fuck out now.
Yep, you got a minute.
Okay.
You also see 2 cacti laying on the ground.
Of course.
And you can also see tentacles, waving around as the cacti are, moving slightly.
How far away from us is to the edge of the crater that we just created?
25 feet.
25 feet? Okay. I shapeshift into a giant owl.
Okay.
I'm going to start with Dio because he's the smallest. I grab Dio. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to start with Syphos.
Wait.
I still have
turning into a what?
levitate.
Giant owl.
Yeah, you're still technically levitating.
Yeah.
What happened?
Can I go back into the bubble?
You have
And-
no control. Dio's going to have to pull you back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Levitate just allows you to float. Everyone else.
Dio, pull me back!
Alright, so Dio breaks concentration on this and brings her back down to the bubble.
Okay.
She gently
not-
falls, because that's how levitate breaks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not stuck.
It's not fly.
Don't break levitate, just
It doesn't. I
whenever-
can snap it out of existence.
Yeah,
she'll still
when it
lightly
breaks,
fall down.
they gently fall down.
no. What I'm saying is, she needs to still be levitating.
Yeah,
To
just
get her
bring me
over
down.
the
You don't have
25
to break
feet,
it.
guys.
I don't think I can control your elevation with levitate.
I think you.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
You
Yeah.
can raise
Really?
them.
You
Yeah.
can raise them
I
up
know we
and
talked about
down
it last time.
as a...
That's how you got her out of the bubble.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, when you cast levitate, they automatically raise 10 feet.
Yeah. No, the levitate spell allows you to change a person's elevation, but you can't change their direction.
Unless you
Up
physically
to,
touch
yeah,
them.
up to 20 feet. So yeah, I'll
Yeah.
bring her down.
Yeah, I will not hold you to your first thing.
But,
since-
well, the thing is,
Yeah.
I thought it was 10 feet up, and it's like, well,
yeah, you just stay. Yeah,
It's like,
I
eh,
understand. I
there.
understand.
Yeah, no. You can literally, if you change into a giant owl and take somebody, she can just kind of hold on
Yes,
and be dragged across.
And also, if there's a giant creature in there, don't breaks.
Okay.
That's true.
I will say, y'all have maybe 20 minutes left
Okay.
in this bubble.
That's
Alright.
fine.
now,
I was about to say.
A minute before the mimic comes
Yes.
I
back.
was about to say. Okay. So, You're turning to a giant owl. You're taking him, right?
No, if he leaves, you all fall to the bottom of the pit. He has to be the
If
last
you
one
turn
out.
into a giant owl, the bubble
Me
disappears
and-
anyway.
Me
Mhm.
and wait, hold on. What? Sorry.
If you are levitating, can you hold Kaine?
Why can't I just jump out of the bubble and then transform so it doesn't destroy the thing?
You can if you want.
I was gonna say I can run and jump out of the bubble. I have a 50-foot jump, so
Well,
I'll
you're still
clear the gap.
levitating.
Oh, she'll
Yeah,
clear
but
the
if
gap
we
with
want,
the jump.
yeah, if we want to break the levitate, I can run and jump the distance.
All right, who wants to get on her back?
It's gonna have to be someone light. I
All
can't.
right. Well,
Dio has to. All right, I jump out of the thing and turn into a giant owl and start flying.
Well, I was gonna,
Okay.
say, yeah, you take Dio. Kenny's gonna jump on Vola.
Okay.
Because
Well-
Brady and I are heavy.
I have Dimension Door.
Also true, but yeah.
So instead of taking me,
All right. So
Take
you're gonna
Birdie.
use that. Okay. I grab
take Birdie and
Okay.
Syphos, I will use Dimension Door to get Clive and I out of
So
here.
as I jump out and turn into a giant owl, I swoop back around and I grab Birdie with my talons.
Okay.
And start to
I
fly
like,
towards
jump
the
out of the bubble and
ledge.
grab
I have a
onto his
fly
feet.
speed of
All right.
60.
Make a dexterity check.
Oh god.
I'm guessing.
I will
That's,
tell
uh,
Kaine to get on my back and hold on, and I will try and jump the clearing.
Okay. With your 50 feet of fucking jump, you can make it easily. I'm not even gonna ask you
Can you
to
jump
roll
back?
something.
You're
Syphos?
basically the 2003
Yeah.
Hulk.
As soon
Yeah.
as I get Kaine over, I try to run back, jump, and get Syphos.
Yeah, and you have enough room in here to make the full 10 feet of running to make a long jump, so
Yep.
it's totally fine. Dio, Dimension Door will not be able to exit the bubble.
Remember, yeah, magical stuff gets stopped.
Yeah, so I just cancel the bubble and
Also,
then use Dimension
Clive
Door.
is larger than
Okay.
you, so he can't go through the dimension door with you.
Don't think it has to be larger than me.
It has to be a creature your size or smaller.
Yep. And you're a halfling.
You can bring an object as long as their weight does not exceed what you
He's
can
not
carry.
an object.
Let's see here. Of your size or smaller, who could? Okay, I see.
Yeah. Trust me, I was thinking about that too. I was like, that would have been. I'm really mad I didn't
Too
fucking
bad
take
there's
Dimension
no
Door right now.
trees around.
Okay. What was your
Is a 16.
a 16? Okay, that's enough. Who was it again?
That
Just
was,
Birdie?
Nice information you could have told me before I went through that, but you know.
I was trying
Jump out.
to, but I can't. I'm trying not to metagame.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
It's
should
just,
know your spells.
Not really metagaming.
Kind of.
It really is,
it's
'cause I'm telling you
it's
how your spells work.
That's compendium information.
And
That would
Birdie
not be
wouldn't know
metagaming. Well,
Oh,
that's
so.
not Birdie telling me. That's Amy telling me.
Yeah, and that's meta.
okay.
That's
Regardless.
not really meta.
Back to the story.
Regardless.
Go ahead.
You jump out, and Leofin comes by, talons grabbing you around your biceps.
Yeah, it's
And-
a bee that I'm
Yeah.
on.
He dips down just a little bit, and then wings.
This is your
Back
captain
up.
speaking.
You mean
I'm
owl
sorry.
noises?
Albert.
Sorry.
Dang it. I give a pre-flight speech as we're going and no one can understand.
Yeah.
Crack, 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 crack.
Yes.
Retcon. I cancel the bubble and cast fly on Clive.
And then ride Clive.
Flying,
This
flying
point.
ghost.
Well, you can cast fly inside the bubble.
I don't think I can
You
You
can cast spells inside the
spells
bubble.
can't
Oh.
exit the bubble.
I? Okay, so I
Yeah.
cast fly on it, then I cancel the bubble.
Just make this more dramatic.
And that would be a Dio move right there. Let's face it.
You just see Dio on top of Clive, and the bubble disappears, and he's
Cypher's
dropping.
just gonna eat that 20
Flies
fall
back.
damage.
I don't know what's happening aside
No,
from
No, I jumped back and got him.
Oh,
After I
okay.
I
left
jumped back
Kaine
and
off.
got Syphos after
Sorry,
she
I
took
guess I
Kaine
missed
off.
that.
Okay. I did too. That's why I was like, I don't know what's
Okay.
happening with Syphos.
So carrying with Syphos, I will need you to make a strength check.
Syphos is fat.
Okay.
That's pretty much the only reason. I think he's like 200 some pounds.
I finally get to carry somebody as a giant owl.
Because
Birdie's
you,
enjoying
14 plus 30, 17?
yeah, that's more than enough.
Yeah, 250 pounds.
not including his stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's not muscle.
So, as you run, you jump out and land with your feet into the ground, and your feet sink just a little bit more than it had before. And then right after that, you see the bubble disappear, sand falling down into the pit, showering these cacti that are just like squirming around. Okay, so that's been. Maybe we can count this as like 2 rounds
Okay, so like
worth.
12 seconds.
Yeah.
I would say with talk time, I'd say
well,
closer to 30.
Yeah, we'll say 30 seconds as y'all see the sand dropping down and Dio flying over to you.
We need to get out of here. Put me down. See if you can find either of the Orocs if maybe they got out.
Alright, I swoop down and drop Birdie off,
Okay.
and then I fly back up and I start looking to see if I can see any Orocs in the area.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Running in the direction that we originally wanted to go.
So,
I'm gonna like herd everybody in the right direction because I know where we're supposed to be going.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
Can't really hurt me.
I'm not hurting you.
So as Birdie's feet hits the ground, go, go, go. As the sun is hitting your back, you start making your way further into the desert. And Leofin is flying, circling above. You see the ground begin to flicker. And then all the sand in that pit comes back. This really odd look from way up here is almost as if you can see the outer edges of this creature. It's 25 feet long in every direction. It's almost like a computer glitch as the sand overlaps sand. And it just looks like there's like some anti-aliasing shit going on where things are just like slightly clipping. And you can just see it like amorphously moving. And it's slowly moving towards the group. You can tell that it's only going about 10 feet at a time.
How far away are we at this point?
Y'all are quite a ways away. At more than 100 feet.
If it's within
so.
120 feet, I can still do something.
If y'all were double dashing the entire time, you're past that.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, shit. Well,
Alright.
Leofin, give me an investigation check.
Investigation. It's not good. 13.
not terrible.
Okay.
Not good, but not terrible.
As you're looking around the area, you see where the creature is, and you fly just a little bit away from it and trying to circle the outside of it, see if there's any tracks anywhere around. With that, you see nothing from this height.
That's what I figured.
So, what are you doing?
Everyone's still running in that direction?
Oh yeah, no.
Birdie's keeping him going in the right direction.
Alright.
Syphos sitting there just like, why the fuck?
Come on, buddy.
What are you
Got
running
you.
this much?
Well, I got 4 hours as now, so I'm not gonna be walking.
He's
You
like,
are a scout.
You guys.
Yeah,
You need to keep an eye out for danger.
I'll keep a good circular pattern around the group.
I will
Just
help
kinda-
him for 10 minutes.
And
On a flying Clive.
I was about to say, and on the ground, Syphos wants to keep doing magic guys, in case any other fun little tricks decide to come our way.
Okay. So,
Just high enough to ride those updrafts and just...
yeah. Leofin, if you had gone up high enough, you would have seen the creature come back and seen it moving your direction, but not very fast. It is going incredibly slow.
I can't imagine why.
Can you look for your Orocs too?
2 sessions later, we've been in town for too long. All of a sudden...
Oh, Jesus.
I think Jonathan just didn't like us today. He was like,
Yes, did I see any Orocs?
No. As you had run further away, you definitely didn't see any tracks going your way.
My 6 begs to differ. I'm sorry, +2, 8.
You're right. You
Oh,
saw
right.
You saw sand in the wrong direction.
So,
All right.
That's
Once
a pretty sand.
Once we've gotten about 30 minutes away, I let people stop running.
Syphos is fucking
I am
dying.
literally behind Syphos pushing.
okay.
Syphos sounds like
So
fucking
30
holding
minutes
him
at
up.
a fast pace.
Yeah,
All right.
and then I let people stop running.
I need everybody.
I would not have moved at fast pace. I would have just jumped.
Jumped.
Like, nope, I'm not
She's
running.
fucking skipping.
If I can, if I can jump at
From top of dune to top of dune to top of
not
dune.
running.
Okay, everybody who is running.
normal people.
Normal people, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Same thing. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck me.
I'm not running. I'm on the back.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
19.
19.
Syphos sounds like a fucking vacuum, but he's fine.
Okay. And since Clive was flying, I'll let Clive make a saving throw with advantage.
All right.
Since he flew for a good portion of that. Or, yeah,
At least
a good
10
portion.
minutes of it.
17.
17? Okay.
You can customize
Yeah,
all
that's
your
enough.
creatures, stuff like that,
Birdie,
10.
10. Take another point of exhaustion. You're back at 2,
Now I'm back
essentially.
at 1.
You only
I had
lose
already-
1 for rest.
Yeah, I
Oh yeah,
we've had 2
you
long
rested
rests
on
now.
the thing.
Yeah.
I forgot you rested on the
We made her go to sleep.
Yeah,
We're like,
they made
fucking
me
sleep,
sleep.
please.
yeah.
So I'm back to 1, level 1 exhaustion.
All right, Syphos.
I got a 19.
Yeah, you're good. Somehow.
Bro, Syphos is like,
Kaine, what'd you roll?
13.
Take a point of exhaustion.
I bet it's like 15, 14.
How's it with the mage?
I don't know.
Birdie was literally
Okay,
pushing him from behind. That's how.
Y'all,
That's
y'all
why
need to-
Birdie's tired and he's not.
Y'all need to stop running so much. I mean, it's doing wonders for me.
We've been scouting, flying around, seeing the rest of the party come to a walk. Go ahead and give me a perception check from up here.
What are your
And
allies?
do you get advantage for being a giant owl?
Owls have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Yep. Okay, take advantage.
Alright, so 15,
Well, hot bad.
20, 20, 22.
22? Okay.
First one.
First one was a 1.
I was like,
Oh, God.
I was like, well, Leofin just like, he got so focused on the spot, he just dive bombed into it.
As you're flying up above, you kind of are circling the group, flying further out, circling back. And you do see another one of those sets of bone ribs just like poking out of the sand. Not really anywhere close to their party yet again, but they're out there. And as the day goes on
Oh, and
and
if,
on.
if we get to where I think I'm up there for like 3 hours, I don't want to cut it too close, I would come back down and
Start flying
revert
back
back.
Okay.
Save
So,
myself an hour in case I'm off.
so you fly around for up there for quite a while. Eventually, you gotta come back down. You didn't see anything in this vast desert, but you eventually come back down, landing onto the sands.
Well, I'm back.
How was the view?
Oh, it was a whole lot of nothing, honestly. There was another one of those weird creatures that look like
Sandworm?
ribs. Yeah, the sandworms.
What direction?
It was a ways back that way. We weren't
Okay,
anywhere
we're
really
fine.
near it.
We need to stay as far away from those things as we can.
Yeah.
Let's just not go near anything anymore.
Oh, and I don't know if anyone mentioned that thing was moving really slow towards us as we were leaving. Like incredibly slow. Like
I could move though.
yeah, that is the scary.
That's terrifying.
Well,
Hopefully
good
it's-
thing is, if it was moving that slow, it's not catching up to us anytime soon.
I'm also hoping it can't track us very well.
I think we could probably outpace it with a decent walking speed.
It's good to know.
I'm more worried about that nighttime endeavor. It has
Well-
8 hours to catch up.
Well, we do know that it can't get through tiny huts.
It
so-
might get tired.
We're far enough away and
Like I
we'll
said,
take the high
hopefully
action.
it can't track.
Yeah.
All right.
Bonus
Well-
hide action.
We do need to keep heading in this direction. Here in a little bit. Vola, you can still do create water, right?
Let me
That's still
remember if
something
I
you
do
know
or
how to do?
don't.
Ooh.
Let me see if I
Worst
remember
times
how.
of
Hold on.
taking it off. That would suck so bad. It's like, well, if nothing else, we have to jug.
This is basically what
There's
it
that
is.
too.
We do have the
Oh,
jug.
God.
That'll last us
Yeah,
for
no,
Tiny
I
legs,
forgot. I forgot how to create the water because I learned how to control the water. But I mean, there's no water around, so now I also forgot how to control the water. So
That's
Here's
fine.
here's
We
the
can
real
use-
question.
We can use Leofin's jug for now, but
Can you-
tonight we're probably going to need to refill everybody's canteens.
Only we had Goodberry.
Goodberry will give you food, but it doesn't give you
Yeah,
hydration.
unfortunately.
It'll make you feel full.
Listen, everyone was talking about how they knew how to provide food and water and everything in between. No one decided it wasn't necessary anymore because apparently 3 other people could.
That's on
And I
you.
have, it's 8 gallons of fresh water.
So we should
Oh,
be
see, we're
okay
fine.
for at least until nightfall when we can make camp.
And it refills with every morning,
Every dawn.
every dawn, so we're fine.
So here in about 30 minutes, I'm going to call a stop. Then where everybody's going to stop and drink. That includes Clive, because he also needs to be drinking water. And we'll stop again in 4 hours and drink more.
So at what point do I pull off the horse?
When we have a reason to use a horse, that's only one person
When
that can
we-
ride right now.
When we have another cart.
But I don't want to.
How far are we from Petrick right now? That's where we're headed, right?
Yeah,
We're
headed
still
to-
at least 2 days
Bye.
walking.
Uh,
I was
Yeah.
about to say by cart, maybe a day. By walking,
We're 2 days out walking.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to go around that army because they went in this direction too.
As sysoon as Birdie tells me this, I cast Sending to Petrick.
okay.
And I tell him, Petrick,
save us.
we are currently on our way. We are traveling on foot at the moment. We'll be there about 2 days.
Okay.
Perfect. 2 words short. Like,
You get a brief moment, and then Patrick sends back, "You're on your way. That's great. And your 2 days? From what direction? Actually, doesn't matter much."
They're surrounded. Great.
shit. Huh. Which direction are we going? We're coming from like southeast, right?
You're,
We're south. We're coming from the southeast,
Yeah, we're coming
right?
from southeast heading northwest.
I believe y'all are coming from east, southeast.
Yeah, like east, southeast kind of thing.
Because Houptuer Springs was closer to the river and the shoreline than
Then I'll say.
Alcier is. Alcier is closer towards the center and the north.
Yeah.
So we're coming from the southeast.
Yeah, southeast. Exactly.
It's right in the middle.
We're heading northwest.
All
Well,
right.
great. We have 2 days to figure out how we're gonna get past the fucking army. I mean, taking out an outpost was one thing. The whole army?
We'll get Leofin to turn into a badger, and we'll dig our way under the army.
I could use fold earth if we wanted to tunnel somewhere, though.
I don't think the same trick's gonna work twice.
I mean, technically, we're not making another cave in, we're just trying to get into the city undetected. So technically, that would work.
Except we're on sand.
Moldos doesn't work very well with sand. I'm
Well,
Right,
thinking.
well, I mean, depends on how far out the army. I imagine a city's not necessarily built on top of the sand. It might be built on, like, a more stable sandstone, right?
Well, there is stone underneath the major columns and pillars, but that's priority buildings and
Yeah.
parts of the wall,
Y'all-
not all of it.
Y'all will know that actually there is and it's one of the
like
fascinations of this desert. Alcier is built on a very large, like, the walls almost encompass the entirety of this stone, but it is a very large bit of stone that goes down
So
quite a ways.
is it actually like sitting slightly up out of the
Yes.
desert? So it's
Just
like
a
on a
little bit.
plateau.
Yeah, just
Low
a.
plateau.
It's not like a very large. Like, it'll sit out maybe like 5 feet above the desert,
I mean, if
and
the
then you have the
dunes
walls.
would
Yeah.
blow away, it'd be a much
Yeah,
taller
So it's
drop.
basically
But
sitting on top of
Yeah.
Uluru.
yes, it used to be a plateau, and the dunes have just progressively gotten blown up around it and taller, so now it's almost flush with the bottom of the plateau now. But That's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of wind.
I mean,
But another thing, the army that we're trying to get through is probably trying to do the same thing. Tunnel under and get into the city. Because
I was about to say, if not, they're going to just...
Alcier's going to have protections against that. Or somebody watching for that. We could possibly get killed by our own friendlies if we try.
Yeah, we can always ask. We can always ask Petrick
need
how
to-
we get in.
No, there's that.
If he knows.
We need to make
I feel like he should know.
parachutes. I'll just
Drop
Air-
everybody.
make a
Airdrop.
series of parachutes. I fly you up and just.
Right, because we all want to be sitting ducks for those giant ballistas that they have.
Listen, it's
With a
not fun.
parachute.
It's not fun. I can tell you from experience, not fun.
No, I've been shot point blank with one. It sucks.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I have this armor. Because otherwise it would have gone straight through me.
Me too! Oh, wait.
I am going to get you something you can wear.
I can't!
Well,
There's gotta be
you
something.
will note your robe does have like sub holes in it.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Like,
Yeah.
like, it's holy as fuck right now.
It's gonna
The only
need
time
more
you'll ever be
patches.
holy.
Magical or mundane, that robe's gonna need more patches.
If I can get those patches to fucking do the same thing as these patches, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anyway, so, again, not a terrible idea for digging under if we can get the stone part, but at the same time, Birdie brings up a great point. The enemy's probably thinking the same thing. So if we can talk to Patrick, figure out a good way for us to get in and not, get blown away by Ballista, I would be appreciative. Just saying.
I mean, there's like 2 more sentences I can send, then that's it. So 4 in total, 2 from me, 2 from him. Be really hard for 25 words. I mean, I just want to wait till we get there or something.
I just ask him how we get in.
Ask him if he has a box that we can write stuff to.
Birdie's sighs, and the look on her face is, I know what the answer's gonna be to that.
Again, I think it's better to ask Patrick right now. Even if he gives us something quick and easy, just saying, here's, shorthand, and then tomorrow we can message him being like, hey,
We are coming from the where again?
Southeast.
we're coming from the southeast.
We're coming
heading
from Houptuer
northwest.
Springs, southeast. We've liberated Houptuer Springs. He should probably know that, or we should probably tell him that.
Liberated Houptuer Springs, coming from southeast. How the fuck we get in?
You still have.
What code to garage?
It's not. You still have 11 words.
Oh, I was joking. I was 110% joking, but yeah, I mean,
I didn't put in the what's the code to garage one.
what code to garage? I have 11 words left.
Yep.
Send brief description.
5 words.
Okay, sidecast, sending again
Okay.
to Patrick. We are coming from the now liberated Houptuer Springs. So wait, if you're surrounded, how the hell do we get in?
Okay.
Alright.
So,
I'm not as eloquent as how I put it, but it's okay. Just you.
again,
Har har.
a few seconds of muted silence, and then you receive, if you'll be here in 2 days, I can ask if we can hold off on retrieval of other goods for 1 day.
I sigh very heavily. And I just kind of like mumble out loud, damn it, that doesn't tell me how we get in.
Retrieval of
Fuck.
all goods.
And so then I tell them what he says.
So they're sending out parties to get stores. They're in for a siege.
They're bunkering down.
Is the army that went? How big is the walls around Alcier?
Alcier has 20-foot walls.
No, not how high, but how large, how diameter-wise.
Alcier is probably it's one of the largest cities in the desert. It's what, 15 feet or 15 miles in diameter or something like
Just
that.
about.
If it's that size, I mean, the army to control every single wall would be massive. If they are controlling all of it, unless maybe they have blind sides or weak points where we could have a better chance of getting in.
No, there are areas that they might not have as many people guarding, just because they're less potentially penetrable than other areas. But yeah, I'll say Alcier is a fort. It's a castle town. It's what the human territories would call a last stand location. It's not something that's going to go down without a good long siege and a good long fight. And it's probably already been fighting for God knows how long.
You two,
at least 20 years.
You two would know from your past that Alcier was a huge trading post in the desert, and is run by several merchants who have taken the safety of their town as serious as possible, and have hired and raised a decent-sized army within its walls.
Yeah, they don't fuck with bandits there. There's never been a bandit raid on Alcier.
If they're even started, it was quelled in less than a day. When they're hunkering down like this,
nobody's getting in.
Nobody's getting in, unless this is an army bigger than I can imagine. So, again, I'm thinking, do you have any more message, Vola, or do we need to wait for tomorrow?
I got one more.
Maybe ask Patrick again, saying,
Wait.
Clearly describe how we can get in.
Wait.
Go for it.
My mom would know what the soldier count was. She was going through all the documents that were left behind by Fire Torsen. She can tell us what the garrison that's surrounding Alcier is going to be, because they came through Houptuer Springs.
New plan. Let's message Bertie's mom and ask, hey, what's the...
It is her mom with magically stuff, because if she's not good with it, it's not going to be worth it, because she's going to be so freaked out by the fact of having a voice in her head that she may not be able to...
Well, I don't know that my dad's ever used that, message, but he's more magically inclined than
Why don't we message your dad?
None of you have met my dad.
I've never met her dad.
You have to meet them.
Yeah. Also, I don't know even if we did, he may not know.
Right.
Remember. Exactly.
They're using him as a scribe.
Exactly.
So.
He's a scribe, but...
If they're there, we could just ask Patrick if we want to know how many there are.
I'm not sure how much in the know he is, and his answers are terrible.
I was about to say, he's proving a little lackluster in the answer department. So, again, we use this one for today. We gather information, and...
We still have 2 days of walking, so we've got plenty of time to ask more questions.
Photos. We got the wire.
Alright, by the way, I need to stop. Can you pull out your jug? We need water break.
Oh, right.
Oh. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I'll get out the alchemical jug and I'll uncork the fresh water spigot.
Accidentally does the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
No. I've labeled them.
And while y'all are taking a water break,
We'll
take an actual break.
Okay. Break time.
So, coming off of your water break, everybody ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
As you get out your alchemical jug and start drinking away, everybody gets refreshed.
Birdie drinks out of, empties her canteen instead of drinking out of the jug, so that Clive can drink more water because he's a larger creature. He needs more water.
Birdie, we were thinking of ideas to get into this city that's under siege. Can we just try and do the Bloody Mary act again, or?
I mean, we can, but we're gonna run into a lot more of the Empire's thugs there, and more Genasi. There's even a chance that we'll run into other guard there. And I'm not sure how close-knit that group is. there's a chance that Bloody Mary may not work. I could try doing somebody else, make a different persona.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Let's see what
Maybe somebody who's not quite so bloodthirsty.
I was enjoying it.
That was...
There were
Different.
parts of it I enjoyed.
Well, we'll see what we're up against once we get there. We can at least take a look at what is actually going on.
I could just teleport up on the wall. None of y'all could come with me, but
Well, if there was a living tree, inside and outside...
I don't think so.
I'll bring you a bonsai.
I didn't think so.
Last
Well,
time you were there were trees inside.
Yeah,
Yeah, but there aren't any trees
Scratch
outside.
that. Scratch that. So, inside. Yes, outside.
Question: do bonsais exist in this world?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a silly question.
My dad had several.
Of course, bonsais are real. They live everywhere. They're interdimensional.
And about what time of day is it when we stopped?
Hey, Birdie, what time of day is it?
Hey, Birdie.
What time is it? You're looking at the sun. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was just trying to...
We went for
Zach.
4 hours. We're 3 hours
Okay.
with you as a bird.
We're good on water.
And
I
then
was just
we
making
walked
sure.
for at least another hour or 2. So we're past noon into the hottest part of the day, which is why Birdie stopped and get water.
And it's a dry heat of about high of 85. Thankfully, it
It's
is
winter.
fucking winter.
Yeah, I was about to
And
say.
you're
so.
not in the summertime in the desert. You would have to stop quite a bit more often.
I kind
Looked
of
out on
forget
that
it's
timing.
winter because we're in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. So,
Do we see
Alright.
any random snowstorms?
Oh, thank God.
It's
Well,
like
it's monsoon season, so
y'all begin heading.
I'm just marching on.
keeping us on track.
Just gonna soldier on.
So, give me another perception check. You just gonna walk around with them on the land?
Yeah, I only have one wild shape left, so I'll just hang out down here.
Okay.
13.
24?
24. Okay.
17,
17.
38.
Oh, thank God. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty. Okay.
Kaine?
Does anybody else? Do y'all want to roll as well?
Fuck it, might as well. See if anyone just gets like a natural 20 and then just
God damn
fucking
it.
blows it out of the water.
I got a 7.
So fucking
Yeah, well.
colors. Kaine's still distracted by the fact that she didn't get any tentacles.
Sorry, Kaine. I'm sorry.
I got a 15.
Okay.
It's perception, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay. So, as you're walking through the desert, all of you vigilant, cause most of all of you, Kaine's just kind of like dazing off into the distance, thinking about those tentacles.
Yeah, she's sad.
But the rest of you are vigilant, looking out because this desert has given you nothing but shit. And you're just like staring one in several directions like, is that a fucking sandworm worm again? No. It's a mirage. But is that? No. Okay. You don't... As you're traveling at a decent pace, keeping an eye out, you just see nothing but vast dunes in every direction.
God, there's nothing out here.
Aye, just this book named Dune.
So at what point are we making
Why
sanity
did you
checks
even
and not
get
go
that?
absolutely insane?
Birdie's fine. She's used to this view.
I was about to say, yes, I was mostly used to it. I'm just waiting for, you know, Tweety Bird over here to be like, no trees!
I can see all of the sky! All of it!
It's too much.
I've never even heard of Frank Herbert.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Fuck it.
It's because I love the jokes. I'm just...
Alright. As y'all travel, once again stopping, drinking some water. Jug kind of taps empty the last bit of water for Clive. You carry on yet again as the day grows dark and the sun crests over the horizon. You can barely see the faint bits of mountains, just like almost looking like clouds off into the distance.
Okay.
You
Roll for something to maybe find a decent area to camp.
roll for survival.
You find more ruins.
It is a 7.
Oh, I was supposed to say, I thought it was a 1. I was supposed to be like...
Birdie, what's your plus to survival?
It's not bad actually.
Do you want to use mine? It's +1.
Mine's plus 7.
Oh, damn.
He's a druid! He better
I'm
get
a
the
druid.
shit.
I
would've
hang
thought
I
out.
have a +4, so it's not
I
bad.
dick around in the woods for a living.
It's 11.
For a living.
Okay.
And not
so
even that, no one pays me. I just kind of like it.
Dude, you're getting paid?
So you eventually start cresting over one of the dunes, and you see some root. No,
Oh,
Must be like, and I'm throwing a fireball at it.
You can't stop here. This is mimicking.
you see more desert.
Can I find like a flattish dune?
There is an area that is not as like hilly as a lot of this other spot, but it's not very large area. It's maybe about 10 feet across. You know,
So
like,
just the right size for the tiny hut.
yeah.
Alright. First thing I do is I take my sword out and I fucking stab it into the ground.
Stab the sand.
I was gonna say. Like, yeah, no, I'll let her do her thing. Oh.
Okay, so you walk up to this spot and you just pull out your blade and just start stabbing it down.
No. It's just one
Just one
deep
stab.
Yeah.
Blade goes straight to the hilt. Nothing
Hear
happens.
scream.
So spot's safe. Click back into my scabbard.
Then you hear a screeching sound
Oh,
coming from
no.
him. No.
You accidentally stabbed Neo. This is where he was hiding.
Oh,
Dang
God.
it.
Found him!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So, you found a seemingly safe spot to rest in the desert.
I don't think anywhere's safe out here anymore.
No, it's not.
No.
It never is.
Hi, that's why we have tiny hut.
That's why we build buildings, so we
Well-
can get away from this.
Welcome to the Sea of Souls.
Welcome to see.
I've never-
Go fuck
I've
yourselves.
never appreciated Tiny Hut more.
Hi.
Agreed.
Alright, I'm going to set up right here. Give me about 10 minutes.
No
I'll
problem.
have Tiny Hut ready for you.
Okay.
10 minutes of
During
waiting.
that, I'll
It's technically a casting time of 1, but I can do it as a ritual. I'm going to do it as a fucking ritual.
During his 10 minutes, I'll spam good berry level 1 and just get 40 more fresh good berries. Yeah.
Just
Another good sack of good berries.
Okay.
the other one's surprisingly empty.
Just been snacking on sometimes.
Wait, more than one.
As the actually just starts expanding. It's just like,
Oh, God.
oops.
No.
What's going to happen?
That's
I'm
what
going
that
to
one
blow
fat
up.
elf in the
Go
capital
right to your
was.
slide.
Yeah.
He ate too many good
He's
berries.
just constantly eating good berries.
Those good berries
Yeah.
go right to his ass.
Yeah, no,
It's that episode of SpongeBob where all the Krabby Patties went to Squidward's legs.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
No, it's that episode of Jimmy Neutron where his friend gets his ass pregnant by a alien.
Yes.
Oh, what?
I forgot about that.
It's one of those episodes that you tend to forget just because you're like, that's
How-
just...
Yeah, I think.
How
I blocked
about we
that
move
from my-
away from that subject?
Yeah.
I think it was Carl too. So
It
that
is,
makes it
it
worse.
was
Oh
Carl.
God,
A
no.
croissant.
So,
It was not Sheen. Sheen thought it was cool as fuck.
as y'all set up this dome and go through your nightly rituals, who's going to be on the shifts?
First watch.
Okay.
Takes second watch.
Okay.
I'm going to sleep with Clive, and we're not going to take any watches because
Okay.
why bother?
All right. So,
You don't want to play Dragon Chess with us?
For real.
All right.
What do you think we do on watch?
Deal will take.
I have
one.
to take a long rest because I need my sending back if we're going to be having 25-word conversations.
Wait, did you ever send that last sending to Mom?
No, because we never discussed who I was sending it to and what was being said.
Can we do that before we sleep?
Can
Yeah.
we retroactively say that? We did.
No,
well,
this
you can do it
before we
right
sleep.
now.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fine. Dia will take a watch to play Dragon's Chest.
All right.
So before we go to sleep, Birdie asked Vala if she would cast sending to her mom and ask, looking through the notes, can you tell us how many troops were sent to Alcier and what type? Birdie
Okay.
says she loves you.
This
Okay.
is all you can respond.
Alright, so, sending that message. The.
Vola's like our phone operator at this point, just like,
I mean,
It's a good spell.
yeah.
After sending that message, brief silence, and you get another message back. It's like, oh, well, from the notes that I saw, the army that passed through Houptuer was 20,000 strong, and they were meeting with another at Alcier.
20,000 plus.
Well,
You're a numbers man, Syphos.
it's a lot. It's a lot of people. And that's just the ones meeting the other part of the army.
Jesus Christ. Oh, geez, one. I tell you what, Syphos, I think the one is trying to make our stories really interesting.
Listen, I've had enough interesting. I can live without interesting at this point.
Agree.
Hey, Vola, quick question. Anything in the box?
That's a good question.
I stare at the box.
we have...
The box is in
Box stares back.
a receive position.
Oh
shit.
my god! Wow, so much has gone on. We haven't actually checked.
wonder how long that's
I
been there.
open said box.
You know, if Mordecai sent us anything,
So, why don't you ever text me back? Don't leave me on red like this. Come on.
I sent you drawings of my dick. Please respond.
You God damn it.
No, we sent him drawings of Syphos' dick.
we want to impress
So-
him.
Please respond.
It's just two lines on a straight picture.
It just keeps going.
God damn it.
Past that point.
Wait, Jonathan, you don't want to talk about dicks anymore?
No, I don't want to talk about dicks and ass pregnancies. Thank you very much.
Can that be the title of this episode? Ass
No.
pregnancy and dicks?
Oh my
That's
god.
on
That's all getting cut.
Yeah, I'm gonna just cut all this. Fuck it.
Are we gonna get like a compilation of all? No.
No.
We should be saving the cut content and just have cut content.
We still have all the raws.
that-
It's just...
the episode.
Yeah.
So,
So,
Wait, did we actually send another letter? Because we got a letter back from them after telling them that we were going to visit
we did.
my family, and there wasn't like any like secret text back. What did we send them?
I know
We
they
sent
sent...
them a letter that had a secret text that only...
No, yeah, but we got a response back from that,
Yeah,
and
y'all
did
there
get a
was
response.
nothing
We got a
on
response
that
to
letter.
one, and then we sent back a response to that.
Yeah, we just said, okay,
Yeah.
we'll head over. So, did it ask
They
us
were,
to
they
go
were
to-
wanting us to go to Wellstone as soon as we finished up our business.
That's what it
with,
was.
So we told them-
visiting
Yeah,
Vola's
they want us
family.
to get to the human territory.
Yeah.
Let's get there as soon as we can.
So long ago, guys.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We
That
haven't
was-
looked at this box in forever.
That
It's
was-
only
yeah.
weeks though. Like
In game, it's been a
it's
week.
been, a week.
Yeah. Jesus
kind of a lot of
Christ.
shit has
We
been
do a
happening. a
lot.
week.
Yeah.
We should probably start checking this daily.
So,
At what point do our characters just become insane, just going like...
No, we were trying to check it daily, but we never got anything. So at that point, we were like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, after like 3 days, we were like, nah, we're good.
I mean, we went 20 years without getting a message. What the fuck?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bam.
The joke that will never die.
Yep.
It'll last 20 years.
Stop it.
and the,
Even
And
Jared's
the-
tired of it.
and the audience listening to this is like, please let it die. Please let it die.
Please stop.
Kill it.
Kill
So,
it.
So what is in the box?
in the
What's
box.
in the box?
It's a head.
In the box, you find a few envelopes. 3 of them.
Oh no.
The first one reads, "Greetings, everyone. I have sent out missives to Harbor to help direct you towards Wellstein whenever you reach it. Do not go through Uchik. The Baron there is quite a bit of a mood, really. Anyway, you should look for John in harbor. He will be able to put you on a ship straight to Elstein. That was the first letter. Second letter, hello, again. Just wanted to see if you had received my last message, and lo and behold, when I opened the box, it was still there. Just putting this one here to make sure that you are okay and everything is fine.
No, he's gonna think we're dead.
The last
Again.
letter. To whom it may concern.
Oh no.
If you could return this box to the capital of Wellstein, there will be a grand prize for you. You will receive 150 gold, and if you can inform us to the whereabouts of whomever owned this box before you, we will give you an extra bonus of 250 gold.
Guys,
Easy.
So
400.
disguise hat.
Easy 400 gold.
So we either return the box with a disguise and get the gold, or we use it as an excuse to say we've been hunting for this box the entire time. We finally got it back, and the hunt took us all the way to the desert, and it's still going to be a while till we can get to Wellstein.
I don't want to tell him we're in the desert.
It took us a while
I
to
would-
hunt it down in another place, and it's
I
going to take
say
us a while to get to
we
Wellstein.
continue to lie.
Bernie
What was I
takes
doing?
takes all the letters and like folds them back down nice and flat again, sets them back in, and just
No,
closes it. She
no.
doesn't put it into sent. She just closes it again,
Hang on.
as if it has never opened.
I didn't realize that you could open the box and put more messages in there. I thought it like once you sent one, like that was it. You couldn't fuck with it until they received it.
Oh, no.
Essentially, whenever you flip the switch,
Yeah.
it switches the contents.
Oh yeah, we established that with because the artificer kept writing Petrick and was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
he's not
Petrick
reading
has
any
a-
of my goddamn letters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Petrick had a stack of notes in
That's like
his.
needy ass girlfriend over here. But
Hi.
Syphos wants to grab one of the letters and actually like look at it with detect magic.
Okay.
While they are doing that, Dio's going to take some of his paper and make like
Does Dio have paper?
Yeah,
Yes.
hot paper.
we'll make his own. He's gonna make a little an ornate paper dragon.
Wait, are we?
Okay.
Are we responding to them? Because normally when he does that, it means we're about to send something back.
It's probably just a Dio.
Give me a intelligence sleight of hand check. This
Why don't
is
you draw
something
him a
you've
picture,
never done.
Dio?
Huh?
You were so proud of your last drawing.
No, we want it to be intelligible.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah. Intelligence sleight of hand.
That does not help me. Wait.
Yeah.
Just slide again.
It's sleight of hand with your intelligence modifier instead of dexterity.
Yeah.
But I've done this before.
Yeah. So
You've
just
never
add
done
your-
the
add
dragon.
your intelligence
Dragon,
modifier
I've done-
to it, which is 0.
You're
done
doing
origami,
origami of a very intensive.
So it's going to be a fortress now. Because I was able to add my performance check to that bitch.
Well, 'cause you kind
It
of
had
knew how to do
moving
that.
parts.
Had moving parts.
Since you've made a fortress before, I will say you can use your performance.
Excellent.
Sleight of hand check. Sleight of hand performance.
But I
check.
will note that you made a diorama, not origami.
I was about to say,
Oh, well,
Very
yeah,
different
out of
things.
paper.
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, diorama. or
Yeah,
not.
this is what this is.
a little
essentially.
different.
A smaller diorama. Oh, well, thank God I have lucky.
I was about to ask. I was like, is that what I think it is?
I'm going to use my lucky feat to keep that piece of shit from happening. Not great. 15. I rolled a 4.
I know. I fucking hate him.
It's not that great.
Yeah. So,
It's gross.
It's gross.
It's
Ugh,
gross.
so
just a plus 11.
you make a pretty decent fortress out of paper. What are you doing with it?
Hi, I made this little bauble for. Forgot his name.
Malachi.
Malachi. Hi, I made this little bauble for Malachi. Think I like it.
Sure. How did I go on my detect magic?
Detect magic. You did not sense any magic off the envelope or the letter inside.
Alright, well, I'm gonna send this without context.
I think, do we want to actually respond? Telling him, like, just saying it's not us necessarily, but saying...
Yeah, well, I would say if we do want to respond, make it sound like someone had stolen the box from us, and we just now finally got it back, and we've been on a chase all over everywhere, and that we'll be heading back to Wellstein eventually, or we do what Birdie was suggesting earlier and just continue not to respond, and then if we decide to, we could follow up with the whole, hey, we just have the box, we got it back finally.
Hi, but I made this for Malachi.
I mean,
Then
you did this another time, right?
Mm-hmm. You did the frog.
Like before we went to Dietrich.
this
Yeah.
That was the frog.
No, he's done it every time y'all sent a
Okay.
message.
And did it come back animated last time?
Every time it comes back different.
Okay.
Except that one time, I think he cast one of my paper planes because he was just using Mage Hand to pick it up and throw it again.
Yeah.
And then go receive it and then do it again.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one that we sent but nothing happened to it? Like I think after we first came out of the time rift, Dio sent something in. It was very like a very robotic kind of answer that we're like, that's not Malachi because Malachi would have enchanted this.
I
Something
don't
like that.
remember right
Anyway.
off the top of my head.
Alright, listen to episode 1, David. Let's go back. But,
I've worked hard. I can't place this anywhere. I don't want to say I worked hard on it, but
yeah. I'll hold on to it.
I don't trust you.
Couldn't
Why
you
not?
just
You
wait
hucked
and-
fireball at 3 innocent people.
Well,
Can I see it?
No, I don't trust you either.
I think we should just wait until
Why?
we decide if we want to respond.
I saw you decapitate a man.
I saw you turn a woman into a puddle. So...
Can I see it?
I'm sorry.
You
What?
You turned a woman into a puddle with,
That never
with magic
happened.
missile.
Oh, yeah.
Aye, that was an accident, and she attacked us.
But can I
Just
see
keep it, hold on to it for next time when we actually decide that we're going to respond, and then put it in there.
I've already done this work.
Put it in there then.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to do it later.
All right, I'll set it in here. We'll put it to sending later. That's how it works, right? It's like a toaster oven. You just go bing.
Well, they could
Well,
also.
they can also.
Yeah. That's why I was like...
It's fine.
That's
Leave
fine.
it in there.
Fuck it. It's...
We all need to get some sleep anyway.
Well, you know. Most of us.
Most of us.
All
I
right.
miss
What?
sleeps. I miss sleep.
All right.
Aye, but think of all the things you could do without it.
I literally look around just at the desert, just like,
Yeah, we could stay up all night staring at the vast nothingness.
lucky me.
Aye. Are the stars out?
Yep.
Yes.
Aye. You can look at the stars. They're pretty.
But then you're not keeping watch.
It's only for 10 minutes.
Good night, Dio.
Right.
Goes.
So, as we head into first watch, go ahead and roll for perception. You do it separate or with advantage.
Mine's a +0.
Mine's a +1.
So might as well
So
just do it
there's-
separate.
Alright.
So I am sitting back to back with Syphos, so like my back against his back,
Mhm.
both looking in opposite directions. 2.
Okay.
8!
Wow.
4 times better!
That's a lot of sand.
That
They took
That-
your advice to looking at the stars.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. That thought of what Dio had said, just echoing through your head. You start gazing up at the sky.
I'm actually going to have a conversation with Syphos.
All right.
Yeah. At least the stars haven't changed.
Just as beautiful as ever. It's weird how they're blinking.
I mean, somebody's happy up there, I guess.
I think one's staring at me.
They're all staring at you, Syphos.
Why do you say that?
Are y'all fucking high?
Go to sleep, Dio.
This is Jared, actually.
Syphos has
Hold
gone
on, hold
several months without sleep.
Years. I thought you might find it interesting. You remember what I said to you after the Spitfire incident?
Yes. Vague. A lot's happened since then. So many things.
Did Leofin say the same thing to me?
Well, great minds think alike. And good people tend to have similar hearts.
What are we gonna do after all this is over, Syphos?
It depends. If I get my revenge...
What is the end game on that? I mean, your dude's name, bad or something.
Better our big deal is I have to make sure all the rifts are closed. So I don't think I'm making it through this to the end. But as far as I go, who knows?
What if we do? I mean, we get all the rifts closed. You get your revenge.
If by some miracle I get all the rifts closed, I get my revenge, Veteran and the highest contract ends, who knows? I go find a lovely home, maybe find somebody and get to just watch the world continue. What about yourself?
Probably build a house.
Sounds like you. Can't just buy one.
Can't make it a porch just for stargazing if you buy one.
Touche.
And we probably won't spend much time in it.
Knowing you, I'm sure you'd go right back to work.
Well, somebody's got to watch your back, Syphos.
You're not wrong. Lord knows I can
Squishy.
shoot. This. As soon as I figure out how to wear armor, it's going to be great. Lord, actually keep it on. Let's say that.
No, but seriously. I got your back, Syphos.
Thank you, Brett. And I always have yours. I literally just kind of like reach over my shoulders, kind of like grab her shoulders for a second. Literally.
Like grab like two of his fingers, just like holding his hand behind my head.
So, after a little while, Leofin gets up out of his meditations.
Sees this just. Oh, am I interrupting something?
No,
like-
we're literally just like leaning back to back with each other, looking off in opposite directions at the stars. Did you have a good med?
Oh, yes, it was wonderful. All right, my watch starts.
She kind of like very, sneakily like drops Syphos' hand, like just stretches her arms, like she had just had her hands behind her back, the back of her head. Stretches her arms. Gets up.
All right, well.
Goes and takes Leofin's spot, gets out her poses.
Good night, Birdie. Yep.
Good night.
Going into our second watch.
I'm not watching the stars.
Well, you don't want
We
to back
will.
to back and have a comforting talk.
We will see. Roll for your
I
perception.
hope I'm not watching the stars.
You can either roll for advantage or roll separate.
I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah. Mr. +8 will take
Wait, you don't want my
advantage.
+1?
24.
Okay.
First one was the 3.
Yeah, I was like, well, shit.
Still would have been
he's
a
taking
10.
advantage.
Yeah. So,
Only a +7.
Curiosity. No, good. Well, actually, would have been great.
yeah. You look out into the sands and you can see a lot more than what these two guys, these two would have been able to.
As long as it's not tentacles.
The moon is halfway full tonight, and is allowing you to see off into the distance just a little bit, and a lot like that other night. It's mostly the sounds of sand blowing across the dunes.
So what you're saying is there is hope for us to get to the moon eventually.
Sure, why not?
There's always hope, but it's not happening. Let's just quote
It's
that now.
gonna take a while. I'm sorry.
What is our space program of using a really big trebuchet to launch just straight up not gonna work?
I am gonna say no. I'm not even gonna ask you to roll for it. No.
Hang on,
There's half
it's like,
in
okay, all of us
space.
roll a d20. Okay, the DC is 4,000.
Yes. And 1.
So I like to use my golden ticket to automatically.
Oh my god.
That's an automatic D20.
So yes, that's an automatic.
That wasn't an
automatic
automatic
crit.
success. That was just an automatic.
No,
20.
because he
Yeah.
knew you would do something like this.
Well,
It was just a
congratulations.
turn.
You're the only one on the moon, and there's no oxygen.
The first and last
Halfling
halfling
on the
cosmonaut just.
Cosmonaut.
I don't know. That sounds cooler than
They
astronaut.
they
Yeah,
eventually
it
put
was-
a height limit.
Yeah.
A whole lot of nothing.
All right, so
So, moon
My
time.
God.
you hear nothing but sands blowing across the dunes, and see nothing throughout the night.
It's so eerie. There's nothing out here.
Isn't it wonderful? I'm kidding. I promise. I kind of miss civilization.
Well, there's civilization, but I mean, at least if you were someone that had, you know, trees and an abundance of wildlife and
Trees are overrated, and the wildlife, mostly
when you've
reptiles.
when you've been around it your whole life and all of a sudden you're out in the desert and there's just dead silence. It's just very eerie.
Actually, this is a good question. How are you handling it?
It's strange. I don't know. It makes me feel very lonesome, to be honest.
Yeah. It has a tendency to do that. And I just slowly rush.
Syphos, what are you doing?
Leofin's just all red.
caressing his ears.
All right,
I'm going back to bed. Fuck you.
when does Dia's watch start?
But yeah, no. It takes a lot of different kind of willpower to stay here.
I can see that after just the past few days what we've been through.
Imagine doing this by yourself.
I'd rather not actually.
Don't recommend it.
Silence.
Sand noises.
So literally just the sound of Clive snoring
Yeah.
louder than anybody else just breathing in their sleep.
Roll a snore check.
We've already established that he snores.
7.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
snoring
know what that
loud.
means.
I don't know.
It's a good thing that noise doesn't leave the tiny hut.
Right.
So,
We don't have the Orocs to worry about. Aww.
So-
Okay.
Poor pepperoni.
He's not born yet. It's okay.
yeah. As the night wanes, the moon goes over the horizon, followed by the sun on the opposite side. And as it rises again, quite beautiful. The sun just peeking over the dunes.
I'll give you one thing. The sunrises are beautiful here.
Yes, they are. It's actually a small little deer. Just Syphos just remembering everything. Just reminiscing.
With that, everyone gets up. Regular routines. Birdie spawns in somewhere.
Yep.
Just outside the hut, just
Hi, y'all guys never. Oh, y'all are inside the hut, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we're all.
Hi, y'all never
Birdie's
woke
the
me
only
up.
one who's outside.
Sorry, you two looked comfortable, so
Hi, we were, but I never got to play Dragon's Chest.
we didn't even play.
Yeah, we actually don't. That was mostly a joke. We got in trouble last time we did that. Remember
yeah,
when the
so-
whole goat or the sheep dying and
Yes.
I'm very lucky. I think I'd win.
Yeah, someone didn't like us playing and having fun. I look at Bola.
Yeah, literally, animals died because of it. Okay.
I'm not gonna
goat.
lie. She's actually.
It was one goat, and we stopped it anyway.
His name was Timmy.
Sorry, it was Timmy.
I thought it was a sheep.
What the fuck it was? It was a goat. A sheep. It was the animal.
Alright, well, one of you owes me a game.
Right. I would say we could play it. Oh. Yeah, the card.
We could play it in the cart. Oh, wait. Shit. I still wish we had come
Well,
back
next-
for the cart.
Next
You
time
s-
I'll work on making. Working on. setting
Birdie's
up
coming
ca-
back in.
Y'all can
Don't
play
feel
the
too
game.
bad about it, Syphos. The cart was broken.
I mean, Bola could have maybe mended it.
We spent
No,
all that
no,
money
no.
on.
Aye, it's hard to
Sure.
mend something out of a 20-foot hole.
We would have had to kill that giant creature just to get it out.
I mean, I would have been fine with it.
Is this considered an animal?
Is this a beast?
Is mayonnaise considered?
No
Yes.
on all counts.
Yes, you can turn into mayonnaise. Congratulations.
The QT snackle can be a snack or a drink.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
Oh my-
the commercial comes up on my Spotify all the time. I hate it.
So, with everybody up and about, after getting ready for the day in this comfortable little bubble, eventually
Who's ready to go to the Hell's Gate? Fucking
Here we go.
march northwest towards
Ever
Alcier.
onwards
Alright.
into
A
nothingness.
little bit more north than west now.
Yeah.
Because we're curving towards. If we just kept going straight northwest, we'd pass it.
Bye, Alcier. Fuck you. Bye.
Have we all at least gotten a decent tan out of all this?
Brady already had a decent tan.
Oh,
so-
Syphos
Some-
look great.
Some are a little more red than others.
Pretty sure Dio's just freckling.
You know.
Dude, Dragonborn tan?
No.
I figured not. Like, what about our soft underbellies?
You were a
No.
lighter
You're
shade
wearing a-
of blue.
You're wearing a robe.
Also true.
So,
I'm gonna start going
And
naked.
Kaine's in full gi, so.
I'm gonna start going just buck ass nude. See if I can get a good tan.
You're not a kobold, Syphos.
Leofin, I had a question.
And what's that?
Does your dad know how to cut hair?
No, I
You've
don't
seen
think he
elves.
does. He's more of a more of a wizard by trade.
Well, hopefully there's someone in Alcier that can cut my beard.
It
I
is
didn't trust the-
Dragonborn City.
It's a large city, right?
It's a merchant city.
Aye, so cosmopolitan, right?
Yeah, you can pay somebody to cut your beard for you.
Probably not. Well, maybe Dragonborn might be able to.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
I'm just gonna tell you now. Don't ask the Dragonborn to cut your hair.
It's not
They're
bad,
gonna
but
cut it like scales, and
it's not bad. It is getting a little unkempt around the edges, but
Oh, you're one to talk, Leofin.
what?
You're getting a little long in the beard yourself.
I kind of grabbed Kaine beat and just like, see, this is why I'm glad we don't have hair. We don't have to deal with this.
You sometimes have hair.
Huh?
You sometimes have hair. I've noticed whenever you go into a trance or something like that, you come out with a beard.
He's talking about the.
Yeah, I've.
That reminds me, though, Dio. Next time we make camp, you need to put that pendant on. You mentioned in the past that you had some other things you wanted to look at. The pendant with the father's notes.
Oh, right.
Well, at some point, I'd like to look at it again so I can maybe redraw the map.
There's that too.
Hey,
You
especially
let Birdie
the
have a
map.
chance to memorize what she wrote
The
in
maps.
the astral plane so that she can bring it to the material plane.
That is another question I had. Hopefully they can. Hopefully, if we can get that map, I can figure out
So
where.
maybe
the
next
fuck
time
this
me and
places.
Dio and Vola need to take extended watches and let everyone else try and get that sorted.
You people and your notes.
Well, I need to figure out where
People.
Erenon is.
You non-halflings.
Arinon.
Arinan.
Aye,
It's
we
hard
keep
to-
everything right
It
here in our
doesn't
brains.
Do the oddest
It's
side.
okay.
I'm greatly impressed that you
30
do that.
rolls are ours.
But the rest of us need to write things down every now and then.
Aye, and
Listen, if it's
between you and
Birdie glares at
everybody,
Dragonborn.
we're better than the Goliaths.
All of us?
Aye, no, halflings at,
Oh.
at
Oh.
music specifically,
Oh, what do you mean?
and making stories. I think we're better.
I don't know. I've heard some pretty riveting tales from giants, from Goliaths.
If you've heard riveting tales from giants, you have met different giants than I've met.
Listen, they didn't want. They said they didn't want to step on me. That's fine.
Aye, would you like to hear a tale about a special ring? Quite an interesting one.
I kind of look over at Vola. I think we got plenty of story with the ring right now.
well,
Okay. So,
if
as
you
we're
want to tell your
walking-
story,
sir.
yeah, as y'all are walking, if you wish to tell a story, make a performance check, and
Also.
who is looking out.
Everybody, fuck it.
Oh, fucking, I'm doing a pretty good story.
Can I take advantage?
Yeah,
Birdie?
go take advantage.
Unfortunately, it's not my best roll. 13 plus 11, so 24.
Oh, yeah.
Not my best.
Fuck you!
If I rolled a 2, it'd still be fucking decent.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting there just like, this is fucking bullshit.
This is fucking bullshit.
Alright, we're gonna use
Just
big
wait till
boy.
I get another, like, ability score improvement. If I get that up to 19, that's going to be, I think, plus 13 or plus 14 to my
What?
performance.
God, just
He's
Oh.
broken.
yeah, that's
I have my 18
Fucking
right
expertise, man.
Uh-huh.
now. I was about to say, I should.
Expertise, man.
alright. Thick boy for the perception check.
Probably shouldn't use him. You get advantage.
Advantage.
Didn't help.
Oh, a lot better.
Way better.
Holy shit.
So 18 plus 7, 25.
25? Okay.
Syphos is kind of looking out on his own. Just because, you know, Syphos. 15.
Okay. So, as Dio tells the tale of a ring,
A non-copyrighted ring.
It's actually a silver ring.
A royalty-free ring.
A royalty ring. It's in. Some say it would have a very contradictory.
It's actually a
abilities with
square.
yeah.
I almost feel bad.
That's the big reveal at the end. It's just
I mean, it still fits. It's like one of those squares that's
Yeah.
tight enough it fits. Feels like a ring, but it's still square.
It's a very riveting story. It draws a lot of you in. Leofin and Syphos just kind of just hearing it on the periphery, and like, yeah, that's a pretty good story.
I'm gonna need him to retell that to me later.
You're gonna focus on this, and you do, and you keep an eye out, and more sand blowing over the dunes. You don't see much more.
That whole phrase about staring into the void.
Just make sure it doesn't blink at you.
Hi, Kaide. What did you feel? How did you feel about my story?
Wasn't as good as my mangas.
Hi. Well, I had a story about tentacles I could have told, but I guess it'll have to wait later.
Or, no. Could, say right now. Let me be the judge of how good your story is.
Weirdly enough, she's very close to you, breathing very heavily, doing
Wagging her
almost
tail.
Yeah, you know what? How about before you guys start telling stories, we take a water break?
All right, that's
Just
fine.
reminding people, we take a water break. You guys tell your story.
You know, it's actually been a while since I've told stories. I usually just sing or perform. So this is actually quite nice. Halflings do this all the time. It's usually about times we've gotten drunk, especially if we're at the pub.
Sounds about right.
Like this one time.
And you go into another story.
Roll performance check.
Oh wait, is this for my bar story or for the tentacle story?
Which one do you want it to be?
Yes.
Alright, before I get into that,
It
all
can
right.
not be both.
Yeah, no, fucking make it both. I want to hear this one
Our
first.
story
tentacle
about
story.
tentacles.
3 plus 11, 14.
Oh darn!
Oh no.
Recalling this one, you remember it very, very vividly, and you almost get like this, like far off stare of like a soldier who's remembering the war. It's just like just telling it, and it brings people in, but they know that you're like off in your own world, and they're like, is he okay? Some shit really went down with that fucking bar.
With those
And
tentacles.
whoever fucking did that should be put down.
The bar was a mimic.
Not my best experience at a pub. Parts of it are fuzzy.
Jeez, Dio.
Hi. Now to outperform any tentacles, whatever you have in your manga.
And we keep walking.
Go ahead.
Oh, get fucked.
What is
22.
that?
11 plus 11, so 22.
Fucking Christ!
Right. I am all your gods.
I want you to roll a natural 20, just to get that 31, just see what kind of fucking story
So
we get.
I think we've added it up. If I let's say I rolled a 20 and then I also gave myself Bardic Inspiration and got a D8 out of that.
So that's 28.
Yeah, 28
You
plus
would
11,
play
39.
Sweet Victory.
Yeah,
49.
and then if I got a bonus D4 from him, I could get to 40.
That's how much you get to unlock Sweet Victory.
Sweet Victory.
Wait, if you do that as a performance check, you play Sweet Victory.
Like, whatever you're doing, even if you're like, let me tell you the story of all of a sudden you just start singing Sweet Victory.
Yeah, that's how it works.
God damn it.
Alright,
Achievement
So-
unlocked.
the end of the second day.
Yeah. You continue on your march, and eventually you do see, kind of like over one of the dunes, you can see the waving silhouette of Alcier.
Walls of Alcier.
Do we still have a plan of attack how to get in?
Finally, somebody does not stand.
Well, now that we're closer, maybe we should contact Petrick again.
As y'all have gotten a little bit closer to Alcier, you are able to see a large force stationed quite a ways from the walls. And a good portion of what you can see right now is a bunch is not a proper term for this. You see a shitload
Oh god.
of
being technical.
orcs, fire genasi, and their various mounts, siege engines, and instruments of war. And off into the distance, you can start to make out as it like circles around. Leofin, give me a perception check.
11.
11. Okay. As you look off into the distance, you can start to see that the army's colors change. And it goes from black, green, and red of the Orcish Genasi army into more of a uniform brass color. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh boy.
Far.
Time to chuck a fireball.
Yeah, I'll be able to hit a lot of them, but I mean, that's also just going to piss off a lot of people.
Oh man. I'm gonna
Fireball's semantic, right? And verbal?
Yeah.
what I'm going
Right.
to do here is called consider
Fuck.
a game removed.
Alright.
Yeah,
Uh,
for future reference.
Yeah, it's verbal semantic and...
Hey y'all, Jared here. Thanks for listening to the Ring of Contrarians podcast. New episodes come out on the 8th, 16th, and 24th of every month. You can listen to us anywhere fine podcasts are found and on YouTube. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook at Of Contrarians. See y'all next time.